What's up, gamers? This is NGG here with another review video. This time it is for Final Fantasy V on the Pixel Remaster. I used this strategy guide to complete my Final Fantasy journey, as I was definitely streaming it, and these older RPGs you can get lost without an idea of where to go. So I always use a strategy guide with the older ones, and I miss that being a thing now. I mean, we have playthroughs and walkthroughs, of course, but having a strategy guide is always, for me, old school best way of doing things. Anyway, let's get into the story of Final Fantasy V, the gameplay, and the review. Okay, so the story of Final Fantasy V starts off a lot darker than all the other Final Fantasies. We are still, as in all the rest of the ones in this Pixel Remaster as of so far, we are still working on the crystals. And so the first thing we see is Cecil as the Dark Knight, getting all the crystals, and he starts stealing them from town, like right off the jump. And you meet his friend Kane, and they like, because Cecil is questioning that he took this water crystal from this defenseless town of mages. He's questioning the king. The king tells him he's no longer the Air Force commander, basically, of the Red Barons, and that now he has to go prove himself again and go defeat this like mystical dragon, and then deliver a ring to a town. So you're all doing that because now you're not trying to disobey the king again. And when you deliver the ring, some stuff starts happening, and you are again the bad guy in the game. So you start off this Final Fantasy journey as the bad guy, and you are now on your redemption arc, trying to prove that you're not a bad guy. There are so many things happening in this game. There's a lot of like tragedies befalling the very beginning. You run into like this older gentleman, I don't know how to pronounce his name, and he's trying to get to his daughter, and trying to convince his daughter like this guy is no good for her, and you know, the guy that he's trying to convince him is no good for her is a prince of another town, and blah blah blah. And like, stuff happens where both of the parties involved, like the prince and the man, finally come together because some tragedy befalls his daughter. And so like lots of things like that are happening. Like, people are excommunicated from places, and other towns you're trying to join in on your redemption arc to try to help all these other towns not lose their crystals, because you know that the king of Baron has sent you, and now since you're not there, the other Kane and the other Red Wings, to go pick up these crystals. So like I said, you're on a redemption arc. You're traipsing all over town, trying to save all these towns from getting their crystals taken from them. And there are like 3 areas in this game that you can so you got the main world. You also have the underworld, where you're also trying to help like the dwarves not lose their earth crystal. And then you also are taken to the moon in the later part of the game. So lots of places to visit in this game. So this game is a bit wider and more expanded on than all the other Final Fantasies, which I can appreciate since I'm starting from my Final Fantasy journey from start to finish. And it is so nice that it is a lot of a different story, because for the most part, the other Final Fantasies have kind of been repetitive. I mean, not to say this one isn't, but this one has like more character development than I feel like all the other ones I've played has. And you are really like, with these characters, you really get to know them, you get to understand their motivations, and they're coming in and out of your party all the time. And so it's super nice to have all these party members in your team. Let's talk about gameplay. So now with gameplay, you immediately have access to the airship, and then lose access to the airship. But there are lots of movement ability ships. So you have hovercrafts, you have obviously the ship that you use, you have a couple of different ships. I think you even have one that turns into a submarine, and one that flies you into outer space. So lots of mechanics in using like ships and stuff like that. The gameplay is a turn-based RPG like the other ones have been in the old school fashion, so I really enjoy that as well. You cannot do job classes in this game. I don't know, all the other ones you had the ability to do job classes. The job classes are tied into the characters that you are playing, so no job class picking in this one, as there was in previous Final Fantasy titles. But I am not upset about that, because they give you everyone you need to traverse the places that you are going through. And like I said, there is so many places to visit, so many different kinds of locations. It is super refreshing and super nice that that is how it was done. I can appreciate this Final Fantasy for being one of the ones with a better story so far of the ones I've played in this new series. Obviously that's not my favorite. I've already played one that's gonna be in the series coming up that I really enjoy, and we're just gonna play it again and see if my sentiments are still the same. But I think this one had more of a deep story. They definitely got into storytelling in this one. Not that the other ones didn't have a story, but this one has a deeper story, deeper character development and stuff like that. In my humble opinion. Trying to think if there's anything else gameplay related. I know to get your special weapons is a little harder in this game than it has been in previous games, so that's always nice as well, that there is a challenge, even though I am using the 4 times XP because these are stream games. So obviously since I'm streaming these games, I need to move a little faster. I can appreciate that for what it is. So I do want to give you a rating now from 1 through 5. Now this is my first time ever like beating this Final Fantasy. I would have thought this was my first time playing it, but when I got I kept feeling like a sense of I played this before. I've played this before, and it was because I think I played this on the PlayStation up to the Underworld, and then I must have stopped at the Underworld and never continued past it. So this is not my first playthrough, but this is the first time I beat the game. So I finally completed the whole game in this playthrough, in this Let's Play series that I did. Links will be up above for the Let's Play series. Yeah, so I would give this a 4. Maybe even a 4.5. I really enjoyed this one a lot. You know what? I'm bumping it up. 4.5. This one had a really good story. I appreciated moving from place to place to place. It never felt dull or stale. Obviously, I did have to do a lot of level grinding because I believe the boss in this one was so hard. I had to level grind all my characters all the way up, and it was a lot harder than it had been in previous games. So like I said, I can appreciate, I don't mind the grind as long as it's not super bad. And with the 4 times XP, the level grind wasn't so bad that it was unmanageable. But yeah, so I did enjoy this game. So 4.5 for me for this Final Fantasy. Thank you guys for watching. If you've played this Final Fantasy, what would you rate it? Would you rate it this high? Would you rate it a little lower? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you've made it this far into the review, please like, comment, and subscribe. Happy gaming, guys. Bye.